There were secrets within Galley House. Memories waiting to be uncovered.
Sorry, is there a Rupert Galley here? The invitation said...
I've lived in Galley House all my life, and I've never heard of a Rupert Galley.
I swear, you said... You said you had something to show me.
I think I recognized someone earlier.
What did you say? Someone died?
You know what happened to the girl that used to live here? She slowly went mad.
Oh my.
Bloody devil.
Is he alright?
It's not breathing.
I'm so sorry.
It's the house! It's playing with our minds. I need to get out of here.
They'll all be here soon. I'll tell them what you did.
It's only just dawning on me how mad of an idea this actually is.
Oh, not mad at all, sir. It's a privilege to be a guest at Galley House.
All right. Welcome back to Patient for PC, and we both played a game, roughly around the same time.
About a week apart. You know what that means. It's time to discuss.
Time to discuss. And that game was The Incident at Galley House.
The Incident at Galley House, a mystery game in the vein of Return of the Obra Dinn. Now you name one.
The Golden Idol. Curse of
the
Golden
Roottrees are dead.
Didn't play that one.
You go now.
I don't know. What else is there? The Golden
man,
Idol
I
2?
I had one in my head.
Let me click on this
Her
game.
Story. Her Story. Gotcha. Okay, well, that's enough of that. So what did you think of Galley House? Maybe let's give like a framework for what this game even was.
Yeah, so it was...
Go ahead, yeah.
yeah, so you go into a house as a detective, and you use this special technology to do like a digital seance with a computer to figure out what happened in this house that had 12 dead bodies in it.
Right.
Years ago.
You just get told a bunch of people died. Everyone was dead when they showed up. And then you sort of explore it through this machine, which requires you to know something about the death or the scene you want to watch. Who was there, what room, what time, basically.
Who, what, where,
Felt
and
a little like Clue. I think
Big
it
time.
was Rupert in 12 with himself.
with himself in the study. Right, yeah.
Exactly.
No, big time. It was
okay.
good like that. It was you pick somebody, you pick a place, and you pick a time, and you press the switch, and hopefully you get lucky.
Exactly. And that's an itch. That's an itch that's got to be scratched. You know, you're like, where is it? When's it gonna go? Let me in. You know.
And it was a compelling story. Yeah, it was.
It was a pretty good story.
What happened to these people? Right away, the voice acting I thought was pretty good.
Thing.
Yeah.
There was one character who had an inexplicable accent, which I could not stop.
You remember who that was? What was it?
Yes, it was Margaret.
Like
Margaret,
the older lady.
No, at the end. No, Meg. Sorry, Meg.
Yeah. What?
Meg at the end.
I agree with that. Did not match the.
Yeah.
Did not match the Avatar.
What are you talking about? Where'd you grow up?
Oh yeah, we should also mention. We'll try to keep it spoilers free up to a point, and I'll try to remember to say when that is.
Guys, but, there's a Meg.
But yeah, so what? There's like 13 people or something, roughly, and you're trying to
say a little. Yeah, maybe
right.
About that. Yeah, trying to figure out where they were and how everyone ended up dead.
And so this was from the makers of the game that you played, the
Roottrees are dead. Yeah.
Right?
And also, it's a remake of a browser game called Type Help, which, as I understand it, was pure text only. You just read.
So they totally reimagined it here with the Steam release.
And honestly, I gotta say, I feel like I might have liked it better if it was just text.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to try it one day.
What I want to say about that is, this game, you get an answer. You get a guess right, and you watch a cutscene where the people talk to each other with voice acting, and they move around. It's like a little cartoon not even stop motion,
Not
just
even.
like
It's just phasing.
series of images. And pretty much without fail, anytime I was watching a cutscene, the information would come too slowly for me to pay attention and put anything together. So pretty much every time I'd watch the cutscene and then just go back and read the script to figure out whatever clue I needed to get to the next one. Kind of just made me think, just give me the text.
Yeah,
you know?
some people are want to just read it. Yeah.
I kind of want to just read it.
I was able to actually sit through the cutscenes most of the time until when I figured they were kind of wrapping up, and then I would click just to get them to fade away quicker.
What's happening, yeah.
But at the same time, I did most of my investigating through the text, and there were only a few times that I clicked like, replay the scene as it was like animated, so I could maybe see if something fell. You didn't get to see objects too much,
right?
So something would fall, and it would just say something hit the ground, and so
true.
There was something specific with an atmospheric element to the audio that I learned at some point, and then I went back and I wanted to see. But even then, the text was better for that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of that was a see we're already getting into spoilers a little bit. There's not much
Spoiler
else that we
alert.
can say, I
Spoiler
don't think,
alert.
without getting into it, unless you can.
Spoilers from now on.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. But yeah, so the lightning. The lightning was a big. When I figured out the lightning, I was like, "Oh man, oh really? Someone's dying every time the lightning strikes."
Right. It's sort of interesting because I feel like there's a couple. Oh yeah, okay. So with the lightning, so I feel like you kind of realize that the lightning is happening, and then you kind of realize that the lightning is happening to you. Like it's in your world too. It's in.
What was it storming?
No, like Rhea beckons, like like the reason.
Yes.
And then you're like,
the power generator was going out.
That means something else is going on, Yeah. And that was like a big realization. I feel like
I don't think I put that together until the body dropped in front of her.
I agree with that.
Okay, yeah. Because until then it was just like, I got to restart the generator.
Exactly.
And what we're getting at here is, if you didn't play the game and you want to watch the spoilers, you get to a part in the game where you pretty much have the whole story figured out from the perspective of the investigator, but then out of nowhere, the thing that was happening, which was people were just dropping dead every time the lightning struck due to some curse, or I can't even. We'll get into it, but then out of nowhere. And then also when they die, everybody around them forgets about them, which leads to this insane. That's what really the mystery was built
crazy
on.
Logic.
As soon as they'll be right in the middle of a conversation, and then the lightning strikes, and then they drop dead, and it's like, oh no, a body appeared in front of me. I don't know who this person is, even though it was their mother or their fiance. So then the investigator, a body falls in front of her, and as the player, you're like, who the F is that? Even it was a good. Yeah, it was a good moment.
That was a shock. I feel like the way the mystery unfolded really in a satisfying way.
Big time.
You got little pieces that really excited you at different moments. I think like somehow looking back on it though, I'm like, it just seems so straightforward, and so I'm not like.
Straightforward.
Wow,
the twist, right? The twist is
I
straight.
mean, the twist, just the whole mechanic. It's like it's hard for me to remember a time when I was playing the game where I didn't know people were dying due to a thunderbolt and forgetting about each other.
Right. The first death you come across is they find a body in the study.
Yep.
And they're like, who is this guy? And and it turns out that guy was like the patriarch of the house.
The whole family.
He was the host of this party, and that's why the main character, I'll say, the one character, John, whatever his name was.
I had the wrong avatar for basically all.
Oh, did you? I was so worried about that because I knew that if I got something wrong, it was going to warp my idea of the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, you could choose the avatars for the silhouettes as you learned about the characters and pick the little people for them, which I liked that a lot. And also you could change their names in mid conversation if somebody.
Nice.
I liked that a lot. You were able to change subject 8 to Martha or whatever, and then find out their last names. So yeah, it was So when you look back on it, the mystery of like, oh yeah, they were just dropping dead, and then they suffered from amnesia. It's it is not the craziest story or development, but or no, the development
Just goes
was
to show
well
that
done.
sometimes I think like a simple idea is even more satisfying than a super convoluted one.
Yeah.
And that one just like took this great idea and pulled it through this thread of the story and
I just
made it work.
I just remembered, and Sneeners and Fridge were watching at one point, so he'll remember. I really thought for a long time before the lightning was happening that it was like a gas leak or something, and I thought that would be so cool if this was like a gas leak. But then the like somebody went outside and still died or something, and I was like, oh, can't be that. They were in the chapel, and I'm like, oh, there can't be gas everywhere. Damn it.
Could there be gas in the chapel?
And so, and then they were talking about the curse, and I'm like, okay, that's still all right. But man, if it was, I was like, gas, it's got to be a gas leak for sure. And then they were all forgetting, you know, like, and like they're going crazy. The one thing that was odd was like they at some point they would sometimes some characters would snap out of the amnesia, and remember who the person was after like I don't know, like just time happening, seeing an object. Oh, right, that's what it was, and they used that as a plot mechanic later on.
Because when you remember, then you're the next one.
That's when you die, and it goes, and it's like it's almost like a ring chain or an it follows kind of chain.
Yes.
I found it very odd that in the first part of the game, the first mystery before it gets out of the computer, they went in order. They died in order. Did you notice that? Very strange that they chose to do that. It sure did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was sort of strange that it was not also true in the second portion of the game.
Threw me off. Yeah, it threw me off a little. Maybe that was their
Here's a
purpose.
question. How did you know the game was over?
Probably when I got all the achievements, and then did you see like the last scene or whatever? There's a special.
Yeah, I saw the last scene, but I got there by the time I got there, there were several things I still had not figured out.
Really?
Yes.
Like
So,
like identities.
Yeah, like scenes and some identities.
People's whereabouts.
Avatars, yeah, people's whereabouts, definitely. Like there are still many scenes that I have not found, I think.
Really?
I did not find all the scenes.
Oh, you mean because it in the second mystery it's only a small part of the timeline as opposed to the first one. It doesn't fill all the slots for one thing.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, I did not find all of the scenes even in the first mystery.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There are many scenes left that I never saw in the first.
I think you can go back. I think if you switch.
I did.
Card
Yeah,
back,
but like, well, whatever. I think the game's over.
It's over, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I guess saw that final scene.
Yeah, that was nice.
I
that
knew
was
Double O was going to be something. I knew.
Oh yeah. That was good. I liked it when they were all happy and not forgetting each other and crazy. I liked that you got to see that at the end. Yeah.
Rhea hallucinating, I think.
I did have to look up what the first guy you meet who gets stuck outside in the trailer on Steam. You could check that out. What his why was he there? Did you figure that out on your own, or
Piano guy?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I had to learn, that he was there.
Yeah.
He was like, he repaired a piano and met what's his name?
And he sent him that letter that was like, I got this thing that you're going to want to take a look at. I'll get
the
it
player
working.
piano. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not a ghost. It's a player piano. All right. Now the big question: how many hints did you use?
None. I don't think. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Either.
No,
Right,
I didn't. I can't use hints in those games because it's like letting a dam break. You know what I mean? Once you start using the hints,
so true. So true.
You don't stop.
Yeah.
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 I'm glad I didn't. There was one part where I almost did. I really sad. It was like about halfway through the first mystery, like close to the end of the first row, and I don't remember what I got stuck on, but I got through some. I think I'll tell you how much forcing did you do? Because I'll tell you at some parts I was
brute forcing it,
but I did find all the scenes, so that is a difference.
Yeah, right. We didn't find all of them. I think that we usually, if we felt like we had guessed 3 or 4 times, we're like, this is not right, you know.
I would only really do that for if there were 2 people left in an hour and I knew that it was those 2. Like I either knew that they were together or they weren't, and so if I tried them together. I knew that they would be apart, and then that was easy. So it wasn't like everything, but there were times where it was like, time to go down the list.
Yeah. I think anytime we felt like doing that, we were like, can't.
Doesn't feel right. No, not supposed to play it that way, but yeah.
It also takes too long.
It did. The animation is long. They made it that way on purpose, I think, so that you can't just keep slamming it. But
so let's see. How does it compare to the other
Yeah, tell me about that.
Mystery games. Oh yeah, so I think I like the Roottrees better. I don't remember it exactly, but it felt like a more satisfying ending, and also just felt like I could kind of zip zap through it a little more. I could
There's
make the connections
no
more quickly.
cutscenes, I would
No
imagine.
cutscenes. And it's like you're just bouncing back around all these documents and things you interface with on a personal computer style interface.
Right.
And it just felt fun. I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'll still have to check that one out at some point. And that
How
one
about
is
you?
is that one that the Roottrees is completely open-ended input, right? Or there's
Yeah,
there's
pretty
some
much.
there's some rails, I'm sure, but
Yeah, for sure. You
as
can't
opposed to picking
fool yourself on it.
three elements and then hitting the
No, it
slip.
is kind of like you have to fill out a family tree. So there is some like
Okay.
structure.
Right,
You
right.
have to like get their names. I think like, maybe their
Date of birth or
relationships,
something.
occupations. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, and it's all about like trying to figure out what's going on with this inheritance.
As
And I
far
think
as this
there's
one, good.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
As far as this one stacks up to other mystery games, I thought it was one of the best. I think it was on the level of Oberdin. I didn't play the Roottrees, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
No,
do.
I agree
I
with
think
that.
it was like if equal to, if not just almost there, Oberdin style.
Yeah, I felt I felt similar because it's still that like you can't really brute force because you have to get three things right at once. But Obra Dinn, I think the like way you unfold the mystery walking around, that just feels so immersive.
Sure.
You're in, and I just love the setting of Obra Dinn. You're on
I
a
do
boat.
too. The
on
best
a
part
boat.
about Oberdin is if you go into the settings and hit the filter or whatever, you can change the
change
whole
the
color
colors.
of it. It looks so cool.
Unfortunately, that's just a game you can never play twice.
Same with this one. That's how these games kind
Yeah,
of are.
I
You can't
agree,
you
yeah.
can't really. I would never play it again. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it scratched a little bit of like the blueprints itch, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Blueprints had more game,
Yeah,
way more game. That was also a pretty stellar game. That's one we didn't name earlier.
a little different, but yeah, still a good,
Blueprint.
compelling. Makes you
I had
think.
a
Games
friend.
that just make you think.
Yes, I had a friend who, he was thinking about blueprints. I told him about it, maybe whatever, he came across it. And he was like, first time I heard about that game, I thought it was like blueprints, not like blueprints. I thought it was blueprints.
Get out of here.
And I was like, how about that?
I think I had bought the game and
Why
then
did I think you were going to say something?
what? What?
Get out of here.
Was that Sneeders that said that? Was it Sneeders?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, that was me.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty. You're spot on, man. You're ready for this game.
He already
No.
knows it wasn't a gas leak. He's not gonna play. He watched like most of it with yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fun. That's awesome. Yeah. So I guess pretty solid game. You love to see another hit in the genre. It's a
Yeah.
great genre.
Yeah, I always want more
what can they do
puzzle,
next?
more mystery games.
Great to feel lost in a mystery for a while. Now, who's going to be brave enough to make a mystery game that goes on forever?
That's what Blueprints tried to gaslight itself and us
Man.
into thinking.
It doesn't go forever. It has to go forever.
Nah, this one almost went forever, but it only just went one step further. That's as good as you can do sometimes. And this
Right.
one did it. This one did it.
I thought it was going to go one step back.
What, you would have to go back to the one?
That's when I heard about Amelia West. I thought I'm going back to the pianist.
When did you hear about Amelia West the second time? Or
Well,
don't
what's his name? Rupert dies when he remembers Amelia West.
right,
And
okay.
Amelia West is like a piano player or something that he was reminded of when he heard the player piano. So I thought we were going all the way back to Amelia West, and she's going to have a whole chain of events leading to her death. DLC.
Well, I thought also something with the first guy, John, his letter in his that you read is like
Yeah.
the invite is like, I'm sorry to hear about Claire.
About your wife.
Right.
Yeah, Claire.
And he didn't I don't think he even mentioned
No, he did
her the
not.
whole time. So
No, he did not.
yeah, the game works great because what Rupert dies before, just as John is entering the scene,
Yes.
and so he's just clueless from the get-go. But it was really like 2 seconds ago. He knew why he was there 2 seconds before the game starts, and then he's like, "I don't know why I'm here. I have an invite." I guess.
Even if he arrived and saw Rupert, he still would have forgotten him.
Right. They would have all been in the same boat. But yeah, check it out. Don't listen to these spoilers and play the game. And the best part about this game is you can't take any damage.
That's so true. Absolutely.
All right. See you next time.